Hello friends, and welcome to your December 2022 TarotScopes with me, Intuitive Rene. I hope you are well and I hope you are excited for December TarotScopes as I am excited to start recording them. So just to give you a little bit of housekeeping as to what it is, how it works, so what you can expect over the next couple of minutes. This intro, everybody gets the same intro just to save me from repeating things 12 times. I record 12, and I'm showing four fingers, I mean, I don't know. I record 12 readings using the same structure, the same method, the same process, the same tarot decks, etc. I record 12, and I want to show four fingers again. I don't know what's up with me with that. So I record 12 videos, one for Aries, going all the way through to Pisces. I stick this intro at the beginning of each of them, and I release them, giving you insight into the month ahead. We are obviously into the last month of 2022, and it is super exciting to be at this place. So what I've done, instead of our standard kind of TarotScope structure, I've actually created a bit of a spread that's going to help you to see what was the lesson of 2022. Have you achieved that? What do you still need to do to overcome it? What do we need to take with us into 2023? What do we need to leave behind? And a couple of other things, okay? So I've sort of thrown together this ensemble of a spread of a reading, and I'm going to do exactly the same reading for each sign of the zodiac. If you're on YouTube and you open up the description of this video, you will find links to all the other zodiacs. So if you want to watch for your friends or your partners or your children, or somebody, your worst enemy, to see what it is that they need to deal with or what they are going through, you can do that. So all of them will be in the description below. And you can just go through and watch as many as you need. I do encourage everybody, when I do the month ahead TarotScopes like this, I do encourage you partway through the month to sort of come back and just do a quick check-in. All right, I know I do TarotScopes on a weekly basis, but then is categorized by element. So for the month ahead, I like to do full videos for each sign of the zodiac. I also, when I start the recordings, I set the intention that it be applicable to your sun sign, your moon sign, and your rising sign. So if you do know what your things are, if you do know what your alignments are, you are welcome to watch all of those. So yeah, whatever is applicable and appropriate to you. So I do generally just do the 3, sun, moon, and rising, because then it just gets too complicated if we go any further than that. So when I'm shuffling and when I'm doing the videos, I do set those intentions. I am going to work with 2 amazing tarot decks for this particular reading. The first one I'm going to work with is the Forest of Enchantment Tarot. Now, oopsie, I nearly dropped it there. This deck is just amazing. Let me do that, then the camera will hopefully focus. The artwork is just gorgeous. The artwork is just beautiful. And it's got quite a whimsical fantasy type of feel to it. And then to pair it with, I'm pairing it with the Tarot of the Hidden Realm, which is just as gorgeous, just as beautiful. I hope the camera's focusing because I can't see. And just as whimsical, just as fantasy related. So I thought these two will actually work so well together to do the reading. Like I said, I've got a whole lot of questions written out. I am also going to include an oracle deck as well. So, it's going to give you a lot of insight in how best to end off 2022. We are then obviously looking forward at 2023. So when I do the January TarotScopes, which I will release sort of the last week of December, in that last week of December, I will release the January TarotScopes, and there we're going to look forward at the whole of 2023. So this one for December, we're basically looking backwards. We're looking at 2022. What do you still need to achieve? What was the lesson? Have you done it? How are you doing? What do you need to leave behind? And what do you need to take ahead with you? So I do hope that you are going to enjoy the readings. If you do enjoy the reading, all I ask from you is a thumbs up. I love comments, so if you do want to leave me a little comment, that would always be greatly appreciated. I do read them all. I don't always get a chance to reply, but I do absolutely read every single one of them. And if you would like to leave a show of gratitude, you can. Just over here somewhere on the screen will be a super thanks button that will allow you to leave a a donation, a tip, if you may, a way of showing gratitude for the insight that you have received during the video. So I'm now going to flip the camera around so that you can see the table and that you don't necessarily have to see my face, because I do need a lot of space to show you all the cards. So I'm going to flip the camera around and we're going to get started with your zodiac. I'll see you there. Scorpio, let's get into your reading and see what December 2022 needs from you. Right, so Scorpio, I am shuffling the Tarot of the Hidden Realm. I know in the intro I said that the other deck was the main one. I changed my mind. And actually, now that I'm 7 readings down, I think I made a right choice because this deck is just fabulous. So Scorpio, we are looking at the month of December 2022. We're looking to see what do you still need to do before you can step away from this year. Anything you still need to complete, anything you still need to deal with or work through, that's what we're looking at from this particular deck. So once I finish shuffling the cards, I'm going to position them just here on the table, and I'm going to draw cards straight off the top to answer all our questions. I do have another tarot deck and another oracle deck just off camera that I will use at the end of the reading to get some more clarity and confirmation and guidance, etc. So let's just do one more shuffle. Just do one more shuffle. There we go. Oops, I nearly dropped them all. Let's cut the deck and let's get started. Right, so Scorpio, cards are over there. Let's take our first one. So the first thing we need to look at is we are obviously December of 2022. We have got 1 month left of this year. We are now all starting to think about moving into 2022. Sorry, 2023. Okay. So what is an energy, a situation, or a circumstance that you need to leave behind in 2022? So something that you are not carrying into next year. Let's have a look, Scorpio. What should you not be carrying into next year? And here we have the Page of Pentacles. So if you look at this lady, she is crouched low on the ground. She is quite dirty and scruffy, and she is of the earth, if I can put it that way. And she is very focused on being silent and very focused on not being seen, not being heard. But she is moving forward towards something. But the way that she's moving is very, I'm going to call it animal-like. Okay, so she is trusting her instincts. She is being very mindful of her actions and her behaviors. And, you know, she is sort of taking in everything, and she's making sure that she doesn't put a foot wrong. Okay, did you get that? All right. So what is the energy, or what is a circumstance or a situation that you must not take into 2023? And is this constant worry or concern about putting a foot wrong? Okay, that is an energy, a thought, an emotion that we need to leave behind in 2022. You need to be able to walk upright and confidently without worrying about what you stand on, who you step on, etc., etc. You need to be confident. She is confident, but she's confident in a very basic kind of way. Whereas Scorpio, for you, we need to not be that way. We need to be a little bit more sure-footed in our behavior, in our reactions going forward. So that is the energy to leave behind. So that tells you that you are a little bit like this. You are a little bit cautious. You are a little bit nervous about doing the wrong thing, and sometimes that can cause you to stay backwards. Sometimes your apprehension can cause you to not make progress because you're afraid of putting a foot out. Okay, and we shouldn't be carrying that forward into the next year. So now we look at an energy of what you should be carrying. So this is something that you have within you now that you can and you must take forward into 2023. And here we have the Four of Pentacles. So the Four of Pentacles is a very interesting card because the Four of Pentacles is the card of holding on to the things that are important and letting everything else go. So here we have, for example, a man-made structure. There are 4 pillars and there is a roof kind of thing. We have got a family of badgers. There are 3 of them inside and there is the one parent on the outside. You know, anybody would look at it and go, oh, you would be a lot more comfortable there. You would have more space, blah, blah, blah. But they are sticking with what is comfortable and familiar to them, where they feel safest and more secure. So the message that's coming through for you here, Scorpio, is to take energy to take into 2023 is to recognize where you feel secure, where you feel comfortable, where you feel as if you have enough, and to carry that with you. But where you're feeling uncertain, where you're feeling like, oh, I don't know, that energy in its entirety needs to be left in 2022. So it's confidence versus lack of confidence. Okay. And just because somebody else says that that is a better option, if you're comfortable with what you have, that is what you stick with. We don't want to be putting ourselves into difficult situations. We don't want to be causing or creating toxic environments for ourselves in 2023. So Scorpio, for you, it's about understanding and holding on to that which matters most to you. But also, if you're feeling uncertain, we need to let that go. You should not ever be feeling uncertain or insecure about anything. Okay, so let's elaborate a little bit on this. The next card that I'm going to draw is going to be a card that describes the lesson of this year, 2022. What has been the main lesson for you, Scorpio, in this year? And for you here, we have got Queen of Cups. So she is about nurturing love and emotions. She is about taking care of others and making sure that everybody has what it is that they require, what they deserve, what they desire, and what they need. So she is very much about looking after other people. And it's quite interesting that I see it here. There is our Queen of Cups. Okay. There is our Queen of Cups that we have over there, and there she is looking after her people. There she is looking after her family, her brood, her whatever it may be. So the lesson of 2022 for you, Scorpio, is being about taking care of others, being supportive to others, making sure that everybody else around you has what they deserve, what they need, what they require. Even if it means you not stepping out of your comfort zone, even if it means you holding back on yourself a little bit to provide for and to supply for and to be there for everybody else. So that is actually a very interesting one. Now, I don't know how you've done with this yet. I will draw another card on that just now. But, this is the lesson. So 2022 has all been about other people in your life, supporting, being kind, providing for, nurturing, taking care of other people in your life. And we're going to continue that into the next year because we can see that. Or maybe it will evolve and shift, because our next card, Scorpio, is the lesson of 2023. So that was 2022, this year's lesson. Let's have a look and see what is next year's lesson. Let's see, what is 2023's lesson? And here we have the 10 of Wands. So here we have this beautiful little boy. Isn't he gorgeous? I love, he's got, even though he's a young boy, there is just such a wisdom about him. There's just such an understanding, such an ancient wisdom, if I can put it that way. He understands that there's a lot to do. He understands that there's a lot going on, and he's tired. I mean, he's a small boy, but he's living an adult life, even though he is just such a small boy. So he's exhausted, he's tired, he's frustrated, he's fed up, he's all of those things, but he's also focused and determined. So as a lesson, as a journey of 2023, this is Spirit saying to you, 2023 is not going to be a breeze. It's not going to be a walk in the park. It's not going to be simple, easy, and uncomplicated. Actually, 2023 is going to be a year where you're going to have to work hard, okay? You're going to have to put your whole heart and soul into everything that you do, into everything that you are. You are never going to quit. You can't quit, all right? So here it was about taking care of everybody else, and now it's putting all of that into action. So what we have here for 2023, it's about the activity. There was just the love, the caring, the supporting, but now it's the action, it's the doing of that, okay? So it's the rebuilding, it's the rebranding, it's the all of those kind of things for yourself as well as for everybody else. So there is a similar kind of context here, but you can see the evolution that's taking place. All right, so Scorpio, next on our agenda, I want to know, we're still in 2022, okay? We still have the whole month of December to get through. We still have, 4 weeks of this year left. It's not finished, or is it? Because I want to know your lesson that you had for 2022. How have you done? Are you complete? Have you finished it? Have you learned everything you needed to? Have you overcome everything that you needed to? Are you complete with the lesson of 2022? And here we have the Seven of Swords. Now, Seven of Swords is such an interesting card because he looks like he's looking up at the stars. He looks like he's pondering all that life has to offer. He is completely alone in that particular card. He doesn't have anybody else around him, and he seems to have let his guard down, because here is his, what is that thing called? What is that thing called? Oh my gosh, I can't think of it. His shield. But the truth of the matter is he's pondering, okay? He's thinking, he's pondering, he's strategizing. So in answer to the question of, have you completed your lesson? Have you learned everything you needed to learn in 2022? Scorpio, the answer is no, because here you are thinking and strategizing and pondering. So it's almost like you're doing how much more do I have to do and how much have I done? So it's almost like you're doing the lessons learned. You're looking to see how much you've accomplished, and you're looking forward to see what else there is. So I don't think you're done. I don't think that you have achieved everything that you needed to, learned everything that you needed to in 2022. So I am now going to draw another card from this deck, which is going to give us the information around this scenario of this incomplete lesson, and asking what energy is December bringing that may help you to finish off and to complete the lesson that you need. So this is the energy that December is bringing in to help you complete your lesson. And what we have here is the Three of Swords. Oh, Scorpio. Three of Swords is not a good card. It's not a card we want to see. Three of Swords is the card of disappointment, pain, suffering. It's a card that carries a lot of heavy emotions. And again, you're the kind of person who's always worrying about everybody else, and you have sadly neglected yourself. We are now lastminute.com. We are at the end of the year, and suddenly you're realizing, oh, hold a second, there was still much I needed to do. I still wanted to do this, and I still wanted to do that, and. But it's your fear of putting a foot wrong. It's your fear of stepping out of line. It's your fear of going against or off the path that has prevented you from achieving. So now December is going to come along, and December is going to bring some hard lessons. There may be disappointment, there may be pain and suffering, there may be anguish that's going to come through for you in December, but it's to help you to take advantage of the situation in front of you, because you're not doing enough. And I know, Scorpio, that we prefer to stick with the tried and the tested, the true, all of those kind of things. But the message that's coming through so clearly here for you, Scorpio, is that you're running out of time. It's time to speed up. That you're going to lose the lesson soon, okay? We are always taking care of everybody else, but it's important that if you don't take care of yourself, how can you take care of anybody else? So this is where the things are going to start shifting, and especially for next year you're going to find yourself in a stronger position. Next year you're going to find yourself more focused on the action as opposed to the feelings, because Scorpio, feelings are not your favorite. So next year will definitely be easier for you, will definitely be better, but there'll be a lot going on. So we want to make sure that we step into next year having completed this journey, that we don't learn and know and experience the things that we need to. Let's finish up, so that we can step into next year feeling so much better. Right, so I'm done with those cards. I'm putting them aside, and here is the other tarot deck that we are using. So let me give this one a little shuffle. Now, as I shuffle this one, Scorpio, what I'm asking here, all right, is obviously you now know that your lesson for this year isn't done yet. And you know that we're on short time. You know that we are running out of time. 2022 is ticking away, nearly over. So from this deck, I want to know what other advice can Spirit offer you? What other kind of clarity and guidance can Spirit offer you to, first of all, help you to overcome the pain, the disappointment, the heartache, and the tragedy, as well as the pain, heartache, tragedy there, as well as just achieve the things that you need to. So let's see. I'm asking Spirit from this deck to help us understand the lessons to understand the experiences, to understand what it is that you need to do, Scorpio, to complete the lesson so that we can start the new year off with a clean slate, with a, with an open plate. That's just my bag shuffling. With a clean slate, an open heart, open mind, and enthusiasm in our hearts. Let's see. Okay, so cards are shuffled. Cut. Card number 1, Scorpio. We have got the 2 of Boons. And our second card that I'm drawing is the Strength card. You see. All right. You see why I like to pair this deck with the others, because even though the artwork has a different style, it has the same vibe and it has the same energy. It's really, really gorgeous. So the message that's coming through here, Scorpio, we have the 2 of Boons, and I really want you to look at this artwork. So this is you over here, okay? Understanding that you need to take shortcuts. So he wanted to be from this side, and he wanted to cross the little river and get to the other side. He could have walked 10 kilometers up that way and across, but he's chosen to take a chance and walk over the Troll's bridge, okay? So there is the troll under the bridge, and the troll's going like, hey, who's walking on my bridge? What's going on here? But he is being confident, he's being secure and comfortable in himself, and he's not afraid of anything. He is carrying a heavy load, okay? And that's what you're doing at the moment, Scorpios. You're carrying a heavy load, but you've always been too afraid of taking shortcuts, and you've always stuck to the path that you're familiar with and that you're comfortable with. But this time around, it's about stepping out of your comfort zone and taking a chance, taking a gamble, knowing that you can, I won't say defeat the troll, but you can talk the troll out of whatever charge he wants to give you as you are using his footpath to cross the bridge. So the 2 of Boons is about finding balance between what needs to be done, how you're going to do it, when you're going to do it, etc., and not always sticking to the old-fashioned, tried and tested ways. Then our next card that we have for you here is the Strength card. So here is this woman. You can see that she is very delicate with her flowers and her hair and her dress and her boots and everything. And she is sitting on a blanket with her trusted wolf. And look at the size of him. You know, I would, as much as I love my animals, I would be so scared. But she's not afraid, because she knows in her heart of hearts that they are kindred spirits. And she knows that her wolf would never harm her, that he would just be her protector forever. But she has had to overcome that. She has had to work with the wolf and train the wolf and lead the wolf up to being that person. So it's her inner strength that has got them to this position. And this is what you have to recognize, Scorpio. It's that your inner strength will get you to this position, has got you to this position. So don't doubt. We're leaving that behind. We're leaving doubt in last year, and it's the doubt that is holding you back now. So let's not carry doubt. Let's be strong. Let's be brave. Let's overcome. Let's not be afraid of what may happen. Okay, and let's deal with the things that you need to deal, so that next year, 2023, all of this remains in the past. All right, so Scorpio, I am now grabbing the oracle deck that I want to use, and just to show you which one it is the Divine Energy Oracle, which is an amazing deck. So let's give it a shuffle. I'm just looking for a single card that sort of just ties up the whole reading, brings it all together, gives us the confirmation, acknowledgement, and understanding that we need, and just sort of puts a full stop on the situation. So let's have a look. Okay, cards are cut, and I'm taking that one. Let's have a look, Scorpio. Final message from Spirit. You see, this is exactly what I'm talking about. This is exactly, I mean, this is the whole reading in just 2 words. You know, why didn't I just do this in the beginning and said, right, Scorpio, have a nice life? Change track, Scorpio. Is Spirit saying to you, stop being nervous, apprehensive, and concerned. We're changing tracks to taking chances, to being confident, to being brave, to be focusing on you, and to realizing that it is time for change in your life. It's time to climb out of your comfort zone and to explore all that the world has to offer you. So this is a deep, deep message, deep reading, Scorpio. I hope it makes sense to you. I hope it helps you and gives you the courage and the confidence that you need to change tracks, so that you can start appreciating, enjoying, and looking forward to a much better 2023. With love and blessings from my heart to yours. And until we connect again, take care.